Hey everyone, welcome back to another SOAR episode from this season's theme of Book Chillers for Reading Olympics books. If you haven't done so already, be sure to check out last week's episode on the incredible cave rescue of the Phi Boys soccer team. Before we begin today's book trailer, I would like to share with you a special New Year's message that I came across, said by writer Sarah Hyson. Think of that moment when you open a new book which you have been long anticipating. It has the comforting scent of new book, the pages are crisp, the spine a little stiff as you lift the cover and turn to the first page. You do not quite know what to expect, but you know that there will be a journey, excitement, sadness, and joy. You know that you might not like everything you read, and that some of what you read may be painful. But there is a trust that you put in the author, that they will carry you through this journey and bring you out the other end. Sometimes you end with disappointment, sometimes with longing, sometimes with content, or sometimes frustrated and angry. But you go into the book with hope. You hope you will enjoy the tale. You come to care for the characters and hope they fulfill their dreams, hope they all make it to the last page. We go into each year like a new book, with the same anticipation and hope. As the author of your year, trust yourself to write a tale that you long to read. Fill your story with characters you love. Plot out adventure and joy. Think of how you want to end each chapter and find ways to get yourself there. Collaborate with other authors to bring a richness to your story which can only come from including multiple perspectives. Choose your genre carefully. Happy New Year! I hope you enjoyed listening to that message, because I know it certainly touched me when I came across it. As for today's book trailer, it's for a book that presents its own unique perspective on a very well-known story. Titanic, Voices from the Disaster. The book begins with a description of what the ship actually looked like. It was huge. The Titanic was the first ship to ever have a swimming pool on board, amongst many other incredible features. It was such a task to build that it took 15,000 workers, and then it took more than 20 horses to pull it. The book then continues with real first-person accounts from survivors of the sinking of the Titanic. The ship had 4 uneventful days of sailing, until the next fateful day, where at 11:40 p.m., the ship hit an iceberg. The ship was completely underwater within the next few hours. Even though help was called, it arrived more than an hour after the ship had already sunk, though it was still able to save some survivors that were stranded in the ocean. It is also interesting how the wreckage found in 1985, more than 50 years later, helped many historians to further place together what had exactly happened. How does the biggest ship ever collapse at the hands of an iceberg? How do the passengers react to being woken at night to the sound of a large collision? How does everyone try to escape, and how do people survive? Read to find out and join this award-winning account of the events of the sinking of the Titanic. For me, this book really touched me, and it was an incredible experience reading about how the huge and powerful ship fell at the hands of an iceberg, and how people banded together to help each other survive. This book is full of action, terror, friendship, family, courage, determination, love, hope, and is truly a book that I would recommend. Thank you so much for listening to today's SOAR episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to leave a rating and review, and to share SOAR with others to help SOAR's mission of increasing global reading rates. I implore you to soar.